Hi, I'm Tammy McGuire. In this week's version of Foster to Family, we're going to interview two of the amazing girls, young ladies, who just graduated from Ponte Vedra High School, which is a local high school that's just south of us in a different county. Hey girls, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Why don't you introduce yourselves?
I'm Brooke Speitzer.
And I'm Tabitha Burch.
They have last names that are different than mine, but they're still my kids. So anyway, we want to thank you so much for not only your support through the last few years, but also we wanted to share your heart for the Foster Closet and the community that you help, and how others can potentially start a Foster Closet Club. Oh, by the way, yes, these girls right here are the founders or co-founders and president and vice president of their local chapter of Foster Closet Club at Ponte Vedra High School. And we're going to tell everybody how we met, how you grew your club, how you started your club first, how you grew your club, and how potentially you can leave it as a legacy of what you started at your high school. I can't believe my babies are so grown. They're moving on. And so when you first found us, what grade were y'all in?
Was a sophomore?
You were a sophomore, and I want to say I was a freshman.
Yeah.
And then we found you, and then you introduced us to Tabitha. Yeah. What drew you to the Foster Closet?
Honestly, seeing the kids and hearing their stories, I mean, you really don't know how easy you have it in life until you hear, like, another person's story. And just seeing the smile when they get, like, new things or new toys, like, it just shows you, like, how little things can make such a big difference.
That's been for me. I really do love kids, and I wanted to help. I remember my first time I went to go volunteer, there was scenarios that these children were in that I would never expect that just in our area they are going through. So I was really drawn to help and make a difference within their lives.
That's great, because that's what it's about. Foster Closet is all about the what?
Love.
Yes. And that's what we pour into our kids that donate their time here as volunteering, and students that volunteer. We want to not only feel loved in our life, but we want to share love. And the neat thing is these girls want to not only give love, but they want to spread love. And that's why they started the Foster Closet Club at Ponte Vedra, so that they could share love for all of their other students. What does it take to start a Foster Closet Club in your high school, girls?
Well, you have to have the passion for the organization first off. And
check.
And then once you go from there, you need to have a strong support group as to give the club all it deserves.
And to get you to have a president, a vice president, a secretary, and either a treasurer or a historian.
Okay.
And then from there, you need your sponsor. And you have to have your bylaws created for the organization.
Who wrote your bylaws? Did you get it from another high school that started it, or did you start it from scratch?
We wrote all the bylaws from scratch.
We went to breakfast one morning and decided
these girls are motivated. What do you do next?
You have to submit the paperwork to your school, and they'll approve it to see if their club's similar to it. They probably may not approve it because it's already approved. And we have, I think, over 80 clubs at Ponte Vedra High School.
Wow. Is that normal?
Ponte Vedra is such a big school. They have a lot. So you really can find what you're
How many students are at your school?
Over
1,600.
1,600. Is that's kind of
it's
on the
medium,
lower? Okay, that's good, because a lot of schools locally can be over 2,000 here.
Yeah.
Officers, you got it approved. Then what next?
And then the school year starts, and in August there's a day called Club Day. And every single club at the school sets up during lunch, and you go around and sign up where you think you're interested in. And candy or like cookies is always a great draw at the table. Everyone loves food.
Maybe Chick-fil-A.
And you sign up on a thing called Remind, and we'll send out a big blast just saying thank you for joining. And whoever really feels dedicated to that club will stay in the group Remind, and from there it just takes off, and you have your monthly meetings, and people come and start getting involved.
When you have your monthly meetings, where do you meet?
So we meet in our sponsors room. So a sponsor is a teacher. So we meet in the sponsors room, and then we'll go over special dates for events, hours, we'll make a list of who's going to be tutoring, who's going to be working storefront.
So at the Foster Closet, our clubs have different ways that they can give back and support the Foster Closet and the community that we serve, which are the children and the families. So there's multiple ways.
For tutoring, which started this past year, the kids will come at 10:30 and volunteers will be here at 10, getting ready to welcome them in. And then they'll study and do homework and work on online homework as well. And they'll leave at 11:30, and then volunteers will stay an extra 30 minutes to help clean up everything.
Tutoring is we keep their Lexiles, we go on their iReady Achieve, which is our state's local way to support and kind of track their students. Tutors can go back to their superiors or their sponsor and say, look how we helped these kids from the beginning of school to the end. And what we think is so special, and I think that the girls would agree with me when saying this, that you also connect with the kid. Like they yearn to come back and they look for that tutor that helped them. Don't you find that that's really neat? And then you get to see the growth in the child.
Just like we had a only Spanish speaking student, so we found a bilingual student at Ponte Vedra High School who could tutor him in strictly Spanish.
Isn't that amazing? Because a lot of times we have kids come into foster care that might be immigrants from another country, and sadly they're not able to be with their families and may be very delayed. So I love it that the teenagers that come in to help don't judge, they just want to help learn and give back. Another way.
We did a fundraiser with the TPC Sawgrass for the Players Championship. We raised over $2,000, not this past year, but the year prior. And then after that, we tried to do some supply drives.
Another way?
You can work storefront, so that's when you are able to work with a kid one-on-one if they're older and help them choose what can really be their own, as clothes, shoes, toys, books, everything that a kid really does want. And if they're younger, you can pack the bag for them. If they're like a newborn or toddler, since they can't really go and try the clothes on, you choose their little outfits for them and their diapers.
These girls I don't have to worry. They've done it so long that they know how to do it, and when I go in and check it, I'm like, yeah, that's right. So we are hoping that the kids coming up behind them in school can do the same, and also giving back. But it's great for your resume, it's great for your college application, but really importantly, it's great for your life, it's great for your soul, and it's also great to connect to a child, and that child will remember both of you. There's so many kids that came in here that will always remember Brooke and Tabitha and think about them and wonder what they're doing, and I pray and I hope that they want to be like you girls. Thank you. You're welcome. I tear up because they really are special, everybody. It takes somebody who's really committed to a nonprofit, and these girls were how old when you started the club?
I was 15.
Y'all. I think back when I was 15, okay, I kind of was like them, but I think it's really great that you are doing what you're doing. Another way that they can give back is we do childcare on once a month here, and the kids come and help. And another way is on the truck. We have a lot of girls and guys that help on our truck, and they get some hours for that, maybe more than normal. And then we do have events that we do, and the kids really go out and they get the kids that really want to come and serve and give to the community, but also greet donors and share their experience as volunteers. So I'm super proud of you young ladies. Anything else I might be leaving out?
Personally, I look forward to getting people to go to the Christmas donation.
Oh, Christmas party! I almost forgot. Yeah. Okay, talk about Christmas.
I always do the setup, and I always get the toys for the
At the
kids.
Christmas party, we have a gingerbread man, and we have a Santa Claus, and we set everything up. We get the food. We have a cake from Sonati's every year, and then people start to show up. So
and we get whatever they want, up to $200. So all the donations that come in from October, money-wise, from October to December 1st, all goes to the Christmas party. Yeah, so 200 people last year came to the Christmas party, so we need a lot of volunteers. How many volunteers do you think, girls, that came last year?
We try to get 20?
Four other schools that came, and they both brought about 5, so
it really does help but make a difference because we serve our families their food, we help them from up and down from the stage to see Santa, and then we present them with all their toys, and if they're big toys we bring them into their cars, so it is a personal experience, and I'm so glad you reminded me of it because that's a big event that we have. We have a fashion show, but that's more of we've turned it in, we've tweaked it a little bit to our gala. And the girls helped us with that and set up and getting the kids ready, helping us with our photography shoot, with our hair and makeup, for leaving, and they're leaving a legacy. And we're hoping
we already have our officers for next year, so continue on.
So we already have about 15-20 people already in the club that are staying for next year. And we already have not 4 like this year. We had 4 officers this year. Next year we'll have 6 officers. We'll have 1 specifically for tutoring and just in charge of tutoring and the volunteers for tutoring. We'll have 1 in charge of our social media pages, which is also how we spread the word a lot, which helps our club grow. And then then
I tag their social medias so that their parents can see, like, oh, what is this? That's how you can sometimes get more students. Like, oh, my kid goes to Ponte Vedra High School. What's this? So, okay, keep going.
And then we'll have a vice president and a president and a secretary to do t-shirt designs and all that fun stuff.
Let's talk about t-shirts. So I have last year's model. I'll show you the back. I don't know if you can see it from this direction. And y'all show them yours.
This is ours from this year. Show the back.
And then we'll show the back. There you go. And it's Stand Together, We're Strong Together. Thank you so much, girls.
Of course.
I wanted to ask you now, what's the next venture for you?
So I'll be attending Florida State University, FSU, in the fall, and I'm going with the major of media communications, and then hopefully I'll minor with sports management because one day my dream is to work on any major sports network, ESPN, ABC.
I love it. Okay, next.
I will be studying at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville. I will be having a major in chemical engineering, and I'll have a concentration in nano and microparticles.
Huh? Literally lost me at science. Did you say something about engineering? Nano. Is it like Uno? I don't know. But I think it's amazing. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Close your eyes.
I can't open my eyes.
You can open your eyes, girls. So we have a special treat for them and for you, for their moms and dads and all the students that come behind them. For every president and vice president that we have had throughout the years, Foster Closet has given a grant to each kid that comes in to the Foster Closet who's the president and the vice president of our Foster Closet Club. So Foster Closet would like to present Brooke with $500 and Tabitha with $500 because we love you. You're welcome. You're welcome. They've raised so much money in the last 4 years, or 3.5 years, that this means so much to us that our board truly does not only love you girls, but support you and want your families to know that all that dedication you did was not in vain, and that can help you hopefully with something maybe for school. I know school's so expensive, and this is just a drop in the bucket, but we love you girls. We support you in every endeavor. You better come back and see us.
We will, don't worry.
Always.
Good. Well, I'm Tammy McGuire. This is Foster to Family, and this is a wonderful way that you can give back in your own community. If you want to start a Foster Closet Club, if you want to start a Foster Closet, just reach out to us below. Click in the info at Foster Closet with how you can start one in your own high school and how you can give back.